Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can succeed in nursing school. If you're interested in this, then keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I have been, working and doing stuff, and I haven't really been motivated to make videos, but here I am once again with a video to help you guys out. Before starting the video, I wanted to thank Big Monic for partnering with me in today's video. I'm going to be talking about them a little later. So yes, let's just get started. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Valerie and I am a pediatric nurse working in New York. So I have been a nurse for almost a year. It's gonna be a year in May. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some tips on how you can succeed in nursing school. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay guys, so if you are a new nursing student or you're about to go into nursing school, just know that you're going to be completely fine. You can do this. It's going to be hard, but it is going to be very well worth it. I wanted to give you guys some tips on how you can succeed in nursing school. Okay guys, so the first tip that I can give you so you can be successful in nursing school would be to find a group of people that you can work with, not necessarily study, because I know that there's some people that prefer to study alone, me, but just find a group of people that you can lean in, that you can talk about the struggles of going through nursing school, that you can study with if you like to study in groups. Just people to rely on when things get hard, because it is hard and it is hard to do it by yourself. So I necessarily I wasn't very close with my classmates. Everybody's different and not everybody goes to school, wanted to make a group and try to, study together and lean on each other. But I feel like that's very good to have a group of people that you can lean in and just count on them to be there and just really understand what you're going through. Because I noticed that when I was in nursing school, I was pretty much alone. Like, yes, I had my classmates there, but like I said, we weren't really close and I wouldn't like study with them or anything like that. I prefer to study alone, but I know some people that like to study in groups. It got very hard in the sense that even if I try to explain to my other friends or like my boyfriend or like my family members what I was going through, nobody really understood, because it's not just regular college. Nursing school is pretty hard, and I have made a video about how really hard nursing school is, so you can take a look at that. I'm gonna leave it over here, or I think it's here. I'll link it in the description. It is hard to go at it by yourself. That's kind of also why I started this YouTube channel, so I could help other people going through nursing school and let them know that they're not alone, that it's okay, things will get better. It is hard, but you will get through it, and I feel like I had you guys to get through school with. But if you can find a group of people that are there for you for that hard time and you can help each other, then that's amazing. I really recommend it. Okay guys, so advice 2, or tip number 2, whatever you want to call it, will be to stay organized. As organized as you can. You're going to have endless homeworks, endless lab projects, endless clinical things that you have to do, and you also have to try to take care of yourself and just get through nursing school. And it is very important to be organized. I am a very planner person, so I used my iPad. I had a physical planner. I had way too many planners, but you should find something that works for you. So I personally like to have a both physical and digital planner. The digital would be more for like things that will go like into the future, more like a monthly thing. But for my physical planner, I tried to get a planner that was a daily thing, so I can write a daily to-do list of everything that I had to do for that day. And that really helped me be organized and really succeed in nursing school. You're going to have to do a lot of things. You're going to have to learn how to time manage and make sure you get your assignments done in time. Make sure you're studying. Be on top of your time management. Be on top of your assignments. Be on top of everything so you can really succeed in nursing school. I feel like that's very important, and some people are not very organized when it comes to that, but having a planner will literally save you in nursing school. So I'm going to link below some of the planners that I have used and I think are very good for nursing students. Also, Pediatric has a study planner. You should check that out. I'm going to leave it below. And there's also so many different companies that have made planners specifically for nursing students, and they even have little tips on how to study for certain things. So I'm gonna see if I find some of those and I will link them down below for for you guys. Okay guys, so another tip I can give you so you can succeed in nursing school would be to find your learning style and how you learn best. So people learn differently, and like for example me, I am a very visual and auditory learner. So the way I learn is by looking at things, not necessarily like if someone tells me something, I am not going to remember it, I am not going to understand it if someone is explaining to me unless I have a visual representation of what you're trying to explain to me. So that is why I did better when studying with things that were images or like videos, visual representations of what I was learning. And that really helped me understand the material better. And it also depends on like the person that's teaching you. I know that honestly in nursing school, some professors were just reading from the slides and they thought we were learning something, but I wasn't really learning anything. That's why I had to take it up on myself to find other resources that I could use that really worked for me and really helped me understand the material so I could do better on the test. So yes, that's something that you should do, is try to see what learning style you do best with. So just try different things, you know, like maybe try to watch a video or listen to a lecture or write it down yourself, make some little doodles about the material that you're learning. You know, there's so many different study resources out there, and I'm going to talk about a little bit about some of the resources that I used and that really helped me in nursing school so I could study. So yeah. All right guys, so another tip to succeed in nursing school would be to take care of yourself. I know it's easier said than done. You're going to have a lot of things to do. You're not going to have that much time, depending, because if you really learn how to time manage and do your assignments and get everything out of the way, and then you have some time to take care of yourself, it could be to just, you know, take a bath. It could be to meditate. It could be to just lay down and watch a couple of videos. It could be just to watch a movie or spend time with family or with your significant other. Just make time for yourself, because if you're just studying and trying to get through nursing school, it's very hard. You know, you need to rest in order to study better and make that information really stick to your brain. You need to take care of yourself. You need to eat better. You need to try to exercise, try to get a lot of sleep. And if you take care of yourself, you will do better in nursing school. That's something that you have to remind yourself, that it's not just about studying. Yes, you have to study, but you also need to make time for yourself, because at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself, then how are you supposed to take care of other people? Okay guys, so something else that comes with what I talked about being organized and really learning time management would be to make a plan for yourself. Like establish a routine for yourself. It could be either a routine for the whole day or just specifically a study routine. So for example, like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna take a shower, get ready, eat some breakfast, and then I'm gonna study for 3 hours. But also make sure that you're taking breaks in between those 3 hours, because 3 hours you're studying and you're just trying to study, you're not going to retain that much information. And then, like for example, after studying for 3 hours, I'm going to take a break for an hour, I'm going to eat some lunch and stuff like that. So to make a routine for yourself is good, so you can keep it consistent, and that will really help you when it comes to studying and really learning the material. Okay guys, so another tip that I can give you is to tell us, very simple, but it is very important, and it's to ask questions. Ask questions to your professors, ask questions to your nursing peers, ask questions when you go to clinical, ask questions to the nurses that you're working with when you're going to clinical. I feel like a lot of people, even including myself, because I am going to include myself, are very shy when it comes to asking questions. I was like that when I was in nursing school, but I quickly realized when I started working that it would be something that will help me out. Because like for example, I felt ashamed sometimes to ask a question, because I'm like, I'm supposed to know this. You know, I graduated nursing school, I'm supposed to know this. I feel like this is basic, but I don't know it. But I will still ask the question, and I am very fortunate that my preceptor and all the nurses that I work with never ever judged me for asking even the questions that I thought were very dumb. They never judged judged me. They always helped me, and I am so grateful for them, because if I would have had another experience with something like that and people were judging me and stuff, I feel like I will close myself more and not ask questions. But even if you feel some type of way, please ask questions, and more when you're in clinical, because that's the hands-on experience, that's the practice that you're going to get. That's basically the real world nursing that you're going to be into when you start working as a nurse. Even if you think it's a dumb question, which there's no dumb questions, please listen, there's no dumb questions. If you don't know something, please ask, because at the end of the day, you're having someone's life in your hands, and you can't make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna ask because I don't know how to do it, but I'm just going to try myself. And then you make a mistake, and then something happens to that person, and then you're fucked. So just ask questions. Okay guys, another tip that I have, and it might sound a little cliche or something, to remember why you started in the first place. When things get hard and you want to quit and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't think this is for me, remember why you started in the first place. Why did you want to become a nurse? What got you so excited that you did everything in your power to get to nursing school? Because the process to get to nursing school is also very hard, and then when you are in nursing school, it gets even harder. But remember why. What was that little motivation in your head? What was it that told you, I really want to do this and I'm going to go get it? I personally have always liked to take care of people, to try to make them better. That's something that always came from me. I never knew what I really wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something in the medical field, because in my eyes, that's how I could do the most, how I could help more people. But that's literally it. That small thing in my brain saying, you're gonna go get it. And also, it's a very secure job. It's a very stable job. It's very in demand, and that's something that I also thought about, because honestly, it's not just about, oh yeah, I just want to help people, but you also have to think about yourself and your future. You have to think about others, because you're gonna be taking care of others, and that's the main point of the job. But you also have to think about the job security, about the pay, about how it's going to help you over time. If you go to nursing school just to be a nurse, just because you're gonna get paid good, then don't even go, because it's going to get hard and you're gonna be like, okay, I did this for money. And no, you need more motivation than that. Money is not everything. You should have that passion, that thing about helping others, because when it gets hard and you only wanted it for the money, then you're going to get out of there and you're going to regret it. Because like, for example, when things get harder at work, and like when I was first starting and I was on orientation, I was like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. This is so hard. Did I really go to nursing school to go through this? But at the end of the day, when I came home and I was tired, I really thought about it, and I was like, it wasn't even that much of a bad day. Thank God I got through it. My kids were good. I was able to make them even feel a little better. I was able to make them smile. That's the worthiness of it all. I do it for them. Like, I truly can tell you that I love my kids, and I truly do it for them. Okay guys, so I'm going to talk to you about some study resources that will help you succeed in nursing school, because at the end of the day, it's about studying and learning new things. So I'm going to talk to you about some study resources, but first I wanted to tell you something. I feel like for me, going to through nursing school, I thought it was just, for some reason in my brain, I was just like, okay, I have to memorize this so I can study for the tests, and then like I don't need it anymore. Like it's irrelevant. You can't do that, because at the end of the day, you're going to use that information to take care of people. You have to make sure that instead of memorizing stuff, I mean, it depends. There's certain things that you have to memorize, but instead of trying to memorize certain stuff, just try to understand it. That's the best way I could put it. Okay guys, so now let's talk about some study resources that can help you in nursing school. The first one I'm going to talk about, and once again, thank you Big Money for partnering with me in today's video. And if you guys have been following me for a long time, since the beginning of my journey when I was in nursing school, then you know that Pediatric has always been by my side, and I truly think Pediatric is one of the best tools for nursing school. So Pediatric not only helps you understand certain concepts, it also is very good for memorizing certain stuff, because like I said, there's certain things that you do have to memorize. For example, medications, what are they used for, the safe dosing of the medications, how does the medication really works in the body. That's mostly what I use Picmonic for. I loved using Picmonic for pharmacology because pharmacology is very hard. There's so many different medications out there that you have to know, that you have to understand what they do in the body, and I really truly think Picmonic really helped me with that. So if you guys don't know, Picmonic is an audiovisual learning tool. So they have a website and they also have an app, and they basically tell you a story with characters, and this is great for audiovisual learners like me, and it really helped me. They tell you a story with characters and you're going to memorize that story. I promise you, there's certain Picmonics that I still have on my brain and I will literally never forget. It's just because of the way that they explain it to you, and also using the stories, using the characters. So they tell you like the regular educational story, and then they also tell you like the story with the characters so you can remember it. And at the end, you are able to do a quiz with a couple of questions based on what you just learned. And they also use this thing called spaced repetition, which is very good. So every single day, so let's say you do 5 Picmonics yesterday. Now today you are going to go again and you're going to have your daily quiz. You have a daily quiz, and with that daily quiz are some questions that you did yesterday, and that is going to keep repeating and repeating every day that you do it, and then you're never going to forget that because you're repeating it every day. So yes, that's why I love Picmonic. And if you're interested in trying Picmonic, guys, you can use the link in my description and you can get 20% off of your subscription. Once again, thank you so much Picmonic for partnering with me in today's video. All right guys, so another study resource that this is mostly for the Nclex, but honestly the way it is explained and everything, you can use it while you are in nursing school and studying for your test. So I discovered Nclex High Yield. So it's basically this company. The person that leads it is a doctor, and the way he explains stuff, it's insane. Like I didn't understand nothing in school, and then when I was studying for the Nclex and I found him, that's where I learned most of the stuff. I swear, like I can't even lie about that. Like the way he explains stuff literally is engraved in my brain, and I could finally understand what my professors were talking about. And I feel like I wish I learned it sooner. Like for example with Picmonic, I'm so glad I found it. I found it the second year when I was in nursing school. But Nclex High Yield, I didn't find it until I was studying for the Nclex. So if you guys haven't heard about Nclex High Yield, please go watch. They have free videos on YouTube and stuff, so that's great. And if you are studying for the Nclex, they do provide classes, and I did take a class so I could study for the Nclex. It was very expensive, I am not gonna lie, but it is an investment for your future. So trying to study so much for the Nclex and not understanding stuff and failing, then I said I'm going to do this. I'm going to invest in this class, and it was the best thing I could do. So yes, Nclex High Yield, you definitely have to try it out. Also guys, there's this app that I love and I used when I was in nursing school. It's called Goodnotes. So Goodnotes, I used it on my iPad. I used it to take notes and stuff, and basically import all of my PDFs in there from the lectures. And I really love that app for taking notes and annotating PDFs and stuff. So it is, I think, like $3 in the App Store or stuff like that. There's also Notion. I love Notion. Notion, I used it mostly for just organizing my whole nursing school thing, and even when I was studying for the Nclex, I used it to organize my studying schedule and stuff. It is so good. You can do so much stuff in Notion, and I'm pretty sure Notion is free. So yes, those two apps are amazing. And by the way, I am going to leave everything linked below so you can try it out if you want. Okay guys, another resource for studying that I also used is nursing.com. If you guys don't know what nursing.com is, they have an app and also a website. They have a bunch of lectures there, a bunch of videos that you can watch, and it was very good for studying. There's something that you have to pay, but I also have a discount code for you guys. This is not sponsored, and it will be down below in the description. Nursing.com also has clinical stuff, like skill stuff that they show you videos of, so that's also great if you are wanting to just go over stuff for your like skills checkup and stuff. They also have that, and they also have like a section where you can study for your Nclex, and they have a bunch of questions and stuff. So that's also a great study resource. And also another one that I truly loved for when I was studying for the Nclex was TrueLearn. So TrueLearn is basically website for Nclex style questions, and just basically you do a bunch of questions, then they give you the rationale. You can do them time questions, you can do them on time, and then they show you the rationale right after you answer the question and stuff like that. So that was a very good study resource for when I was studying for the Nclex. And I feel like when it comes to Nclex questions, you should start doing them like literally when you start your nursing school journey. Don't wait until the end like I did. So like, let's say for example, you're learning about congenital heart disease. After you go to your lecture, you learn whatever you learn in lecture, then go to, but let's say TrueLearn, and get some questions on congenital heart disease, so you can basically see if you can answer the question based on what you learned. And if you can't, then go through the rationale and see really why you did it wrong and why was it wrong and stuff like that. I feel like that's such a great thing to do, so you also get used to how the Nclex questions look. So yeah. Okay guys, so that is basically it for my study resources. I also have other videos with other study resources where I kind of go more in depth. If you want to check them out, I'll leave them in the description below. And also something else, before I finish the video, I wanted to let you know guys that don't give up. I know you can do it. You know, it gets hard. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it gets hard to do all of those assignments, to basically do all these things, and you feel very overwhelmed, feel like you can't do it, but you can do it. If I did it, you definitely can do it. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication, but at the end of the day, it is going to be worth it when you're taking care of people and you actually feel like you're making a difference in the world. It really is something that really makes you happy, and it's just amazing, an amazing feeling to help people and actually see that they're doing better because of you. And if you ever need help with anything, if you want to talk about school or something, or you need help with anything, please don't hesitate to comment down below, leave me a comment, or you can DM me on Instagram or any of my social medias, and I will make sure to reply and help you out. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe down below and click the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Once again, thank you Pigmonic for partnering with me in today's video, and don't forget that you can get 20% off of your Pigmonic subscription if you click the link in my description. Bye guys.